Now, before the break, we saw the King arriving at his first official royal duty since his cancer diagnosis. Here we have the pictures of him.
Just film it.
Looking very well there.
He
does look well with the back of his head, but when he turns around in a minute, you will see that he does look very well. We've got in the studio with us GB News' senior political editor Nigel Nelson and former advisor to Michael Gove, Charlie Rowley as well. Nice to see these pictures of the King up and about, Charlie.
Definitely. And on the back of the news that he was resuming duties, he's looking well. He's there, as you can see, shaking hands with all the welcoming party there. And it's good to see him back out and about. And I think it's something that he would be keen to do, following in the footsteps of his late mother, the Queen. You know, that sense of duty, obviously, throughout the whole royal family. But I think King Charles in particular would have been super keen to get back to these duties as quick as possible. And here he is, looking in fine form.
And it's quite pointed, isn't it, Nigel, that he's at a cancer centre?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
When you think what's happening to him and also to the Princess of Wales.
Yes, and he's certainly making a point by going there. I mean, the one good bit that's come out both from the King and from Kate is that so many people now are getting cancer checks because of it. And so he's determined to try and keep building on that good work, hence why he's at a cancer centre today.
Yeah.
We've also got the Duchess of Edinburgh has been visiting Ukraine. This is Sophie, of course.
That's the first royal to go there since the war started. Pretty significant.
Edward.
Yeah.
I often make the mistake.
Yeah, she is. That's Edward's wife.
That would be a terrible mistake to make.
No, that's Fergie, ex-wife. Don't want her.
And I think Sophie is actually a very underrated member of the royal family. I like a lot of things about her, Charlie.
Yeah, I think that's right. And I think the whole focus previously has been on, you know, William and Harry, obviously, as the grandsons of the Queen and obviously the kids of King Charles. But since Harry has obviously, you know, moved out and up sticks and decided to leave, obviously duties have had to be greater distributed. There's had to be a greater distribution of roles. And Sophie has someone that's obviously been on more of the sidelines, but is obviously, you know, still quite youthful. She's got a bit of a character, not unlike Princess Anne, I think, actually. From time to time.
There are similarities.
And this is what a royal should be doing.
Yes.
We send politicians over to Ukraine and they talk about arms shipments and EU succession and things like that. Sophie went over there specifically to talk to survivors of sexual violence through the war. She met people who've been made homeless by the war. And that's the kind of thing, that kind of human thing is what royals actually should be doing.
Yeah. And she doesn't crave the publicity, actually, I think, with Sophie. I think she sort of, you know, just being in the background for a while.
Which royal are you suggesting does crave publicity?
Harry,
former royal,
absolutely.
I think he's still. I think he thinks he's still a royal because he's still Prince Harry.
And that's the difference, you know. The sort of, you know, and there he is. I think that might.
Well, he's going to be here next week.
Well,
will you be there with your Union flag, waving it as he walks into St Paul's Cathedral for the 10th anniversary service of, what's his charity called? Invictus Games.
Will I be there?
Yeah, will you be there, Charlie? Patriotic?
The invitation might be still in the post.
Right.
But depends if it's got the right stamp on or not.
Yeah, quite, almost.
Come to.
I don't think there'll be a single royal will set foot in the cathedral with him. I think he'll be on his own.
I mean, I think on a situation like that, it is the Invictus Games, it is the 10th anniversary.
Yeah, and they're terrific.
It's a Thanksgiving service. So we should welcome Harry, but not a hero's welcome.
Yes.
And it is such a shame, isn't it? Because the Invictus Games is blooming brilliant.
Yes,
What that ceremony, even the opening ceremony puts the goosebumps up, doesn't it? It's a brilliant event. And it is a shame that there are no royals at that occasion, because obviously when he inaugurated this event 10 years ago, the whole point was that it would be embraced by, I imagine, lots of the royal family. It's a shame, Charlie, that hasn't happened.
I think that's right. And of course, the royal family have got a history with the military, and it's about the military and the armed forces sort of taking part in these games. So the fact that there won't be that connection there is you're right. It's upsetting, but you know, that's the current state of affairs. We are where we are.